Hey y'all, Jamie here. Proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off? Well, I was in jail. Not pleasant. They had shaved my head to a crew cut, and I was with a guy named Bob Jackson, who I was pretty crazy about. And I was sleeping, and it was around breakfast time. And usually Bob woke me up every morning by climbing in my bed and kissing up and down my neck and, whispering sweet nothings in my ear. And, that was kind of our thing. And so anyway, I'm trying to sleep and I feel somebody crawl into the bed with me. Obviously, I think it's Bob, right? Every other morning it is. Then I feel kisses, soft, warm kisses on my neck, nuzzling by my ear. And y'all, I knew instantly this isn't Bob. Like, I'm sorry, but I knew Bob's touch intimately. Like, I knew that boy down. Okay, I was so hooked on him, bitch. I knew him down, and I knew instantly it was not him. And so I raised up out of that bed, like, kind of like, yeah, Queen of the Damned. If you've ever seen that movie, yeah, I was very Miss Thing. Yeah, I was very, what was her name? I can't think of it. Aaliyah. Sorry, Aaliyah. Yeah, it was very that. Flame everybody, because I didn't appreciate being woken up like that, first of all. And second of all, what was this boy doing in my bed? And him and Bob start laughing. Bob's standing there. And they start laughing. Yeah. I said, what the fuck is going on? The boy his name's Paul. Ginger boy. Tall, muscular, good looking. Very good looking. And under ordinary circumstances, it would have been on. However, I was crazy about Bob. And I was like, hell no. He said, well, why don't you just relax? Just relax into it. Let's all have some fun together. And Bob was like, yeah, Jamie, what do you think? You've gone through a lot this week because they had shaved my head in jail. There was that. And he was like, you deserve this. Let's relax and have some fun. I said, you've lost your fucking mind. Get him out of my bed. And Bob started laughing. Y'all, he was testing me, okay? The son of a bitch was testing me. He said that he wanted to see how I honestly felt, okay? Because he was becoming crazy about me, and he wanted to see how I really felt. Yeah. It was a fucked up test. So, anyway, I passed. Obviously, I passed. And things continued to carry on between me and him. His old lady, Lisa, on the outside, knew that we were together in there. And she was not happy. But it wasn't stopping me and him. I couldn't stop. Honestly, I was under his spell. I was wrapped. I was so wrapped around his finger. Honestly, yeah, there's not much I would not have done for that boy. So, yeah. 4 months into my stay in the jail, which was supposed to be halfway through my sentence, I was in there doing 8 months, y'all. A friend of mine on the outside was an attorney named Brian. And Brian was a really sweet guy. Had a little bit of a sweet spot for me. Still does. No, he still doesn't now. We're friends now. And we've been friends my whole life. Since I was like 16, we've known each other. So Brian pulls a little whatever and gets me out in half the time. Gets me credit for time served for, 2 for 1. And I got out in 4 months. But it was bittersweet because I had to leave Bob, y'all. And my dumb ass was like, I don't want to leave you. I love you. And he was like, you've got to go out there and live your life. He was on his way to prison, y'all. He was in there to go to prison to serve like 3 years, I think, or 2 or 3 years, something like that, like 18 months maybe, something. Anyway, I got out and I went directly to Terry's, one of my best friends, Terry's. And she knew I was getting out. Brian had told her. Terry was like, girl, I'm so glad you're here, and hugged my neck and everything. And then she said, girl, There's something you've got to see for yourself. We got to take a ride. I said, girl, I just got out of jail. What the fuck is it? She said, no, this is something you have to see for yourself. She takes me for a ride over to Fun Limited, the strip club in the French Quarter on Decatur Street that I had worked off and on at since I was like 16. Yeah. And I walk in the door and she's like nods to the stage. I look up at the stage and there's this beautiful girl. I just see some beautiful long blonde hair, beautiful body, and she's down to a G-string. Perfect body, really. Young, very young looking. And then I realize who the fuck it is. Y'all, it's my 14-year-old baby sister, Deanne, who I have not seen since I was 13 years old when my mother sent her back to foster care. We had been separated a lot of my life, and she had never seen me as Jamie. She knew me as her brother when she was a little kid. Yeah, if y'all want to know what happened next, y'all know the routine. It was fireworks, just a hint. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.